Onyx, and you might be noticing that this video is a bit different than what I have posted so far. Mainly, my face is in it. And that's because in this video, I'm going to be testing out a bunch of different makeup products that I have tried. These aren't necessarily brand new makeup products that released this year, but they're products that I have not tried before, and I'm gonna be doing my makeup with them. And I'm gonna be doing a wear test since I have some plans later on today. Also, just so you know, there are 4 products in this video that aren't new to me. These are products I've already used before, just because I couldn't find a new version of this product that I thought was particularly interesting, I wanted to try. So yeah, I'll obviously tell you guys which ones those are once they come up. But let me do my skin prep real quick and let's get into it. Okay, I'm back. I've done my skin prep and I've also put my hair back, which is why I kind of look crazy. And also, in case you are wondering, this little heart on my cheek, that's a pimple patch just because I have a zit. But let's get into the first products. Okay, starting with one of the products that I already owned before, the Got2be Brow Gel. I like to go in with the clear brow gel first so that I can really get in there and get my brows shaped the way that I want them, and not worry about getting the other product smudged underneath. Okay, now my brows are ready. I'm just gonna wait for them to dry a little bit so that I can then kind of press them down to make sure that they're really stuck on there and not gonna move around. Now getting into the new products, I'm gonna start with the L'Oreal Faux Brow Tint Pen in the shade Light Brunette. You might notice that this pen has this kind of two-pronged look. This is so that it has that kind of, look of hair strokes, and I'm gonna start with that in my inner corners. Honestly, it feels pretty nice. I mean, personally, brows aren't the most interesting part of my makeup to me. It's usually the eyes, but it feels pretty good, and I do feel like I'm filling in the parts of my eyebrows that I need a lot faster than before. Also, in case you're wondering, obviously I have my mirror over here. That's why I'm looking over here. Now to fill in the rest of my eyebrows, I'm going to use this NYX, I don't know if I'm putting it up correctly, NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Ash Brown. And I'm gonna go in and apply this on the outer corners of my brows. The reason why I'm doing it like this is because, honestly, I saw this girl on, I think, TikTok, and she had the most amazing looking brows I've ever seen. And I was and she was using both of these products, and so I thought, well, since it's clearly working for her, might as well try it on me. Okay, I mean, like I said, I don't find brows that interesting to begin with, but I feel like both of these products are pretty good, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I did go outside of the shape a little bit over on this side, but that's okay. I can clean that up. But overall, I think both of these products are pretty good. I'm just gonna clean up the excess brow products over here with a little makeup wipe. Also, don't mind those Discord notification sounds. I turned it off now, so they shouldn't show up anymore in the video. But let's finally move on to primer. Now, my go-to primer normally is the Benefit Porefessional Pore Primer, and here I have a different Benefit primer. This time, this is the matte primer. So, I'm curious how this is going to work because I do quite like the previous one I mentioned, the pore primer. Okay, so here's the consistency. It's a lot more liquidy than the pore primer, but I kind of like that. I feel like if I did have to have one little tiny issue with the Benefit one, the pore primer, I mean, it would probably be that I feel like it's a little difficult to kind of tell when it's fully applied, spread on, but with this, sorry, there's a hair. With this, you can tell pretty easily. I like that it's a little more liquidy. I feel like it's more spreadable, you know? Also, I did not apply enough on just my face, on just my cheeks, so I'm getting more. All right, feels pretty nice. I do, like I said, I like the fact that it, you know, it feels a little more liquidy. Okay, now I'm gonna use the new Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Concealer in the shade Fair Beige, and I'm gonna actually start by just cleaning up the bottom part of my brows. I really hope this one is light enough, because I do like a much lighter concealer. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I also hope this one I end up liking, because my personal favorite concealer, which is the NYX concealer, the stick concealer in the shade Fair, it just ran out and I haven't been able to get any more. So really hope this one is good too. So I'm just gonna, you can see I'm just kind of applying a little bit under my brows just to clean it up. Some people do above too, but honestly, I don't feel like doing that, so it just feels like they look a little too blocky. I like the top to be a little more natural looking. Okay, feels pretty nice. I mean, I feel like a lot of these products, they might, you know, look good when you apply them, but then they might end up not as good when you after a while, when they've sat for a while. I'm also just going to use the rest that I had applied on my brush to kind of cover up some spots that I have all over the place. It looks a little patchy right now, but obviously I'm gonna be wearing foundation over this, so it will look fine in the end. Now to blend this in, I'm actually going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray in the matte finish. Some people will just spray their whole face with this and then like blend it in, but I work a bit slower, so I like to actually spray the brush itself and then blend it out, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that first spray was a little wet, but that's okay. I mean, I haven't sprayed it before, so. I really like the normal Urban Decay one, the normal formula of the setting spray, but I do like a bit more of a matte face, you know, so I do hope that this one turns out, that this turns out pretty nice. Okay, the concealer is blending out pretty nicely. It's not like streaky or anything, which is good. Honestly, I don't have much to say on it, so I'm trying to like just fill in with anything, because I don't know, I'm just, you know, doing my makeup. I'm not, you know, I don't have that much to say right now. Now, I'm also going to go in with a color corrector, because it might not be super visible on camera, but I do have dark circles under my eyes, and they can be quite visible. And I heard that the Huda Beauty fauxfilter color corrector is really good, and I got the shade Peach. Apparently the shade that was actually going to fit me better, like for my skin tone, was one that was a little bit lighter. I think it was like called like light peach or something, but since my dark circles are a lot more intense, I decided to grab this one instead. Just gonna apply it underneath my eyes, and then again I'm gonna spray my brush. Oh, I should have probably shaken it, but that's okay. I'm gonna spray my brush with a bit of the setting spray and use that to blend it out. I don't know if I maybe applied a little too much, but oh well. I'm actually gonna use a different brush to blend it in, just because I feel like, you know, using a slightly, you know, I feel like this one is a little bit better for that. Alright, like I said, it's gonna look crazy, but then once the foundation is on, it will look normal. But okay, it looks pretty nice. Now let's, I think, get into the eye primer. Yes, so now we're going to get into the eye primer, and I got the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Normally I just use like a concealer for my eyeshadow primer, so I'm curious how this is going to work. Alright, I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot of, I've only ever used like a concealer as eyeshadow primer, so I don't really know how it should feel and how it shouldn't. One thing I am a tiny bit worried about is that I have both dark circles and my eyelids also are a little bit darker, not as much as my under eye, but I'm a little worried that, you know, the primer won't cover that up since it's not a concealer. But, you know, if I'm wearing eyeshadow, it probably won't be visible anyway. Now, before we get into the eyeshadow, I'm just gonna real quick do some black eyeliner in my waterline. I just like to use the NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the shade Black Bean. It's really good. I really should have done this before the color corrector so I could, you know, pull my eyes down more, but we're gonna. Just gonna fix the color corrector a little bit from, you know, having to pull my eyes down. And then we can finally get into the eyeshadow. Now for the eyeshadow, this is the more exciting part. I have the Kimchi Cheek Beauty Rainbow Sprinkle eyeshadow palette. I opened it, I saw it, but I have not taken the film or the plastic or the film off the mirror or off the plastic, so this is very exciting. And I have not swatched any of these, so I might have to take a little moment to just appreciate and swatch all of these. Look how pretty those are. So here we have shades Blueberry, Frosting, Peach Sparkle, Whipped Cream, Cotton Candy, Soda Pop, Prickly Pear, Lemon Tart, Sugar Plum, Jelly Roll, Hot Apple, Mint, Banana, Blue Raspberry, Sour Apple, and Cranberry. The shadows cover my whole arm. So I think I'm gonna go for more of like a pink look just to match this outfit. So I'm gonna go in first with a bit of Cotton Candy as a base. Then first use a little bit of Soda Pop in the corners, and then darken that up even more with Cranberry. Now, I think I'm also going to add a little bit of whipped cream on the inner corners just for a little extra. Oh, that was a lot, but yeah. A little sparkle. Let me use a little brush to blend it out. Now, I also want to add a bit of glitter, and the palette itself does have some glitters in it too, but I actually got another Kimchi Cheek product. It's called Glitter Sharts, and I'm being serious, Glitter Sharts in the shade Supernova. And it looks really nice. I don't think the camera really does it justice, so I might take a little bit of like a recording with my phone to really show it. But there's like little star-shaped sparkles in it, and I'm gonna just put it on top of the lightest part of my lid. Looks really nice. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it does. Oh, yeah, you can see it. I kind of wish I got one of those little stars that they have in there, but I can't get any right now. Real quick, here's a little close-up. I can't get that close, but alright. I actually really like that. It's very nice, very sparkly. I mean, can't really complain, but yeah, next. Now, finally for the foundation, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Matte Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Nude Ivory. Normally my go-to foundation is the Tear Cushion, particularly the pink one, and that one comes with its own applicator. So it's been a while since I've had a foundation that hasn't had a built-in one, even though technically this is it, but like had a built-in brush. Here's the shade. I'm hoping that it is a good match. I did get this online, so really hope that this is good. Alright, shade looks pretty good. One thing about is that even though it is a very good foundation, it did oxidize on me and become more yellow. Hold on, let me put my hair back. It became a lot more orange, I was gonna say, and so I am a little worried that this is the right shade for me right now, but then when I actually, go and, sit with it for a while, it's going to not match me anymore. The coverage is also on this is actually pretty good. I just bring it all the way down my neck. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell because I actually have my light above my camera a little bit lower than normally. I have it like way up all the way normally, but that way it would I would look like White Diamond. I would look like I would just be eyes and a mouth. So I had to tone the lighting down a little bit to make it easier for me to see, look better on camera. So my vision is not the best right now, especially on this side because like that's away from the light, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the foundation is looking. I think I'm gonna grab a little bit more because I feel like my forehead is needs a little more. There we go. Just gonna make sure that it's like all over my neck next to my ear. I gotta be careful with the earbud though. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna try to like bring it in a little closer to the eyeshadow to make sure that it's not like there's no gap. Make sure it's right next to the eyebrows, no spaces, no gaps. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with it. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna fix it up a little bit. Alright, pretty good. Now for contour, I'm gonna go in both and brightening, concealer, I'm gonna go back with the same one. And then this is another product I've already used before. It's the Sephora collection contour stick, and I have the shade light to medium. This is the only concealer I've ever had that I find I'm gonna go in with this is the only contour that I've actually found I like. Like, they're always a little bit too warm for me because I'm very cool toned. I kind of am applying a lot of concealer, but that's okay. I also only really contour my nose. I don't really contour the rest of my face because I feel like I have a very round face, so I don't really like, making it like more like contoured. I don't feel like I need it. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, now I'm gonna put on the contour. So just going around my nose. And a little life hack, I also like to put a tiny bit of concealer under my lip. This just emphasizes that little shadow underneath it and makes your me when I can't speak, makes your lips look more defined. Alright, this looks crazy, but we're going to blend it out now. And once again, we're going to be going in and spraying down our blending brush with some setting spray. So I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start by blending out the concealer, because from what I've heard, is you know, especially when you're doing it around areas you've also contoured, it's better because you know, that way it doesn't have that look of actually making your nose or whatever you're contouring wider. Also, yes, I know I am getting makeup all over my pimple patch, but I'm gonna fix it and like get rid of the excess makeup off of it later. And I'm gonna use a slightly bigger brush to blend this out, because I feel like I need a slightly bigger one to get this area so that it doesn't look like messy. Actually, let me use the other side for, okay, that's kind of loud. Let me use the other side for the contour. Okay, I think this side, I feel like the other side needs a little more contour. Let me pick it up since that's what fell off. Alright. I'm just gonna go in back with that. Actually, I had a brush that still had a little bit on there, so I didn't really have to do that, but that's fine. There we go. Now, blend that out. I'm gonna go in and grab a little, I already said this, but I'm gonna grab and just kind of like, okay, I think I'm gonna add a touch more concealer just on the tip of the nose, and then I think we're good. My desk is a mess right now, that's why stuff keeps falling over. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright, now I think I'm gonna go in with the powder. So first I got this this NYX Wonder Snatch loose setting powder in the shade Cheeky Cherry. So this is actually like a pink setting powder instead of like a translucent or a more like natural shade. But I was hoping that it could be good for using on, you know, the dark, like around my eyes, to hopefully brighten them a bit more so that they don't look so dark. So I'm gonna grab a brush and like kind of, you know, blend again just to make sure that they're nice and smooth and not all creasy. And then I'm gonna grab a powder puff, and then I guess I'm gonna dump it out on my hand and like go in. Alright. Now, other side, this feels pretty nice. Doesn't have a smell. But I also wasn't expecting one to have really, so it's fine. Alright. And for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Pressed Powder. So I am actually a pretty big fan of the regular Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and now they have made it into a pressed powder version, and I'm very excited about this because personally, for on the go, like if I'm bringing my makeup with me in my bag, I definitely prefer a pressed powder, even if they do have like a mini version of the loose powder, just because pressed powder is a lot less messy, you know? So yeah, let's see. It does not have a smell if you've used the Huda Beauty regular Easy Bake Powder. You probably know that it has like a scent, but this one doesn't. But you know, I feel like, you know, setting powder isn't supposed to have powder isn't really supposed to have a scent. It's not like a perfume or anything, so it doesn't need it doesn't need a scent, but the scent is a nice addition. I'm gonna go around, you know. Alright, I have to say, it does make it look really nice. I definitely think the foundation helped because I feel like it's pretty high I do see that it's pretty high coverage. I look really smooth. Really like this. Alright, looking pretty good. Now, Now for blush and highlighter, I'm going to be using NYX Buttermelt Blush and Buttermelt Highlighters in the shade Gettin' Butta and New Butta Work. Now I actually have both this blush and highlighter in slightly different shades. So if I remember correctly, for the blush it's Butter Together, or Butta Together as it's spelled, and for the highlighter it's Bright and Butta. But these are, I would say, they're different shades, and these are definitely, well, for the highlighter, I don't think I would normally go for like a pink highlighter, and this blush has like a luminous effect, so it's got like a shimmer in it, and so, yeah, they're kind of 50-50, they're kind of new, but also kind of ones I've used before. But I think I'll be able to pull off the highlighter because my blush placement is already pretty high, so it will just the highlighter will just be on top of the blush. So let's get into this blush. I'm a little nervous because it's a lot brighter of a shade than I normally go for, so I'm gonna be very careful applying this. You can see it's like I apply it like right here. Yeah, that's that's a lot more intense than what I normally apply. It almost like, it kind of matches my eyeshadow, which I am happy about, since if it was like a little bit off, that would bug me. I don't think it would matter, but it would bug me. That's a little crazy, but I'm gonna try to like let it down, like blend it out. I think if I could cover it a little bit with powder if it gets too crazy. I think that's fine actually. Yeah, as I said, it's a little intense, so we gotta be careful. Okay, I think the stipple method is a bit better, because it spreads it out more evenly. And I also think it kind of works with this look, being very blushy pink, very pink. So, okay, I think it looks okay. If I need to, I can just cover it up with hold on, let me turn my light on full brightness real quick so I can really see what it looks like. Okay, flashbang. But okay, it does not look bad. It does not look half bad as I was expecting, so we are good to go. Next up, highlighter. I'm gonna turn my light back down. Alright, back to normal. Now, let's get into this highlighter. Also, both of these products smell really nice because they are like infused with shea butter, and so they smell like shea butter, and it's really nice. I like that. That's a very nice highlighter. Yeah, I also don't like go super crazy with highlighter because I'm always scared of having that 2016 era look of the strip of highlighter, so I try to be light on it but still kind of feather it out, and really feather it out and blend it out a lot so it's not such a harsh line. Also, oh, I forgot, I'm also going to apply, I was also supposed to apply a bit of the blush on the nose and the cheeks. Not the cheeks, the nose and the chin, and then also do the same with the highlighter, but I got so scared of being of blush blindness that I forgot. Okay, that was way too much, but that's okay, I can blend it out. That was okay, well that is way too much, that's like a big old strip, so we're just gonna really scrub. At least it's on the chin, so it's gonna be it's not gonna be that visible. And then, okay, I think I look crazy. I look like a bunny. Hold on, let me grab some powder and get some of it on. You can't really tell. It looks okay on camera, but that's kind of the thing. You kind of, your makeup for on camera is different. Okay, I think that's a bit better. Now let's get into the highlighter. And also a little bit on the Cupid's bow just to get a little of sparkle. chin. Okay, I got a little scared when doing the blush and highlighter, when doing the blush, but I think I managed to save it. Alright, now lashes, I'm just gonna do them. I was gonna do fake lashes, but honestly I don't feel like dealing with that today, so I'm just gonna do curl and mascara, and I'm also going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on the lower part, like right underneath the eyeliner, to kind of tie it in with the bottom, because you don't look weird with eyeshadow on your eyes, you're just not used to it. Now the mascara that I'm gonna use is the one that I've been using for a while, and it's my personal favorite. It's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. It's very nice. I just like it. What can I say? It's just nice. I also think they actually have, fun fact, I think they even have this same one in different colors. So like they have like a dark brown, and then like a also like, look at that difference also. They also have it in a like burgundy color, like a reddish color, and I think purple. I think that's pretty, which I think is pretty cool. I don't wear, you know, like colored mascara. I don't own any, but I'm not, you know, opposed to trying it. It could be kind of a cool, you know, look. You could do more of like a minimalist eye look, but then, you know, have like eyeliner, have like, you know, blue eyeliner and a blue lash, and I think it would look really cool. I think I need to curl this lash, this side a little more, because it's like, it's not, you know, it's not enough. Okay, well now I also got a little bit of mascara on like my lid, but that's okay, we can fix that. Okay, let me quickly fix the smudged mascara on this side, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I fixed the mascara that got smudged, and I also put eyeshadow under my eyes, and now let's get into the lip products. So I have a few. I have two Wet n Wild High Shine Brilliance lipsticks. Oops. And then I have two of the NYX, and bear with me on the name, Jelly Job lip glosses. And so I think what I'm gonna do is apply each of these one by one and like wipe them off in between to see which one fits with this look, since all of these could be good, but they might not fit with this specific look, you know? And I'm gonna start with the one that I honestly don't think will fit this look at all, but I got because I like the shade. The Wet n Wild lipstick in Sangria Time. Let me take this off. I want to be very careful because I don't want to like mess it up. It's like this purple. It's like dark reddish purple, like a dark reddish purple, kind of like a Bordeaux. I think that's what the color is called. Here's a little. I feel like on camera it comes off a little more brown. It's kind of hard to tell, but there is like a bit of like purple shimmer in there as well. So let's try it on. I like this color. I usually wear something more natural, but I do have like the odd like darker color. Like one of my favorite lip glosses is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Devil's Food Cake, and this is more purple than that, but it has a similar vibe. Yeah, I like that. I would like have to blend it out a little, but yeah, I do like this color. But yeah, as I said, it doesn't really fit with this look. So next. Now the next one is the second Wet n Wild in the Wet n Wild lipstick. This time in the shade Strawberry Lingerie, and you can see it's a little messed up because it was very hot recently. I'm guessing it melted a little bit because of that, but it's like a pinkish red. A reddish pink, not pinkish red. But yeah, I do really like the color, but I honestly feel like this might be a little too bright for this specific look though. So, see. Okay, this is a lot less, it's a lot more sheer than I expected, which is a good thing. I don't mind that. But I also feel like it's not, like, I feel like it's a little I don't know, I feel like something a little, I feel like with this kind of look where I feel like even though the eyes don't look that intense on camera, they are a bit more, you know, colorful. I feel like for that kind of look, a more of a natural lip would work so that it's not like so. But yeah, I do really like this shade. It's very pretty, just not for this look. Once again, next one. Alright, next up, the NYX Jelly Job Lip Gloss. This one in the shade Jelly Kissed. And you can't really see it on camera, but it does have little sparkles in it. I'm not gonna swatch this one on my hands just because I don't feel like it. It also smells, they also smell very nice, but let's put this on. Yeah, it's pretty much the same color as like my lips. Maybe a tiny bit brighter, but other than that, it's pretty much the same as my lip. So yeah, I feel like it's also a little too, I think, warm of a pink. I feel like if it was more neutral or cool, it would fit better. It almost looks like next to this look, it almost looks a little more orangey, you know? But I got this one because this one has sparkle in it, and I do love a sparkly gloss. And this was the only pink shade of this gloss that had sparkle in it. So, last one. And the last one is the second Jelly Kissed lip gloss, this time in the shade Juicy Jelly. I have high hopes for this. I think this is the one, I think. Yeah, it smells the same. I don't know why I spelled it again. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, I think this is the one. I feel like in real life in my mirror, it does look, I think, the best. It does, but on camera it doesn't look as good, but honestly, I'm happy with it, so yeah. And I'm just going to quickly go and get a Q-tip from the bathroom just to clean up the makeup on the pimple patch, and then we will have our final 2 steps. Actually, I lied. I forgot that I have these reusable Q-tips here in my room, and I'm just gonna use this one with some micellar water to clean it up. Alright, there we go. Now for our final 2 steps, we're gonna go in one last time with the setting mist or setting spray. I also have my little fan here, and I like the spray on this. Okay, I didn't notice this before, but the like sprayer on this is actually like, it's like a more like a continuous, where it sprays for longer. There was a little bit more. There was still some that wasn't dry on my forehead. It sprays a lot longer than it just like, it's like a continuous kind of spray, you know? Not like fully continuous, but kind of, not fully. But actually, before we're quite done, we have one more spray, because this is a setting spray, and this is the Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Ultra Matte Fixing Mist. So this is a fixing spray, that is a setting spray, and they are actually different. A setting spray kind of helps blend your products together and merge them into like one layer, kind of like if you were to go into like a drawing program and just like merge all your layers together. That's kind of what this does with your makeup. Whereas a fixing spray or fixing mist in this case acts as a protective layer on top of your makeup, so it helps it last longer. And I'm really curious about this. I really hope that this works, or at least does something, because if it does, this could be like a holy grail product, especially for like the heat and like humidity that's been going on right now, since at least here in Oslo it's been like both really hot and recently also started raining, so it's been really humid. Sorry, there's like something here. But alright, let's give this a try. This isn't actually like one of those aerosols that like blows, that like sprays continuously. It just like, it's like a regular spray bottle. Alright. I really hope this doesn't mess up my hair. If it does, I'll just go fix it. So, alright. Here's the look. I think it looks pretty good. The spray doesn't feel super like different, which I mean, it shouldn't really feel like much, which is I think good. But actually, before I finish off this part of the video, I have 3 products that I still want to try out that are like a little different to these other ones. So the brand NYX, which you have seen me, use throughout this video a bunch, actually came out with some body care and scented products that I thought I would try in this video. So we have the Fat Oil Body Butter, the Fat Oil Body Oil, and a hair and fragrance mist. And I got all of these in the scent Sugar Baddie, which according to the website should smell like vanilla and cream, which for me is perfect because I at least try to, try for my signature scent to be strawberries and cream. So this is like perfect. This isn't strawberry, but strawberry and or vanilla is a win in my book. So I'm gonna actually start by putting the body butter on my arms first. So this is actually, and I have not smelled any of these obviously, so I'm curious what the scent will be like on this. So okay, here it is. It's like oh, that smells really nice. I'm gonna grab a little bit because I feel like these go pretty far. So see, yeah, feels pretty nice. Smells pretty good. Okay, second arm. Overall, first impressions, pretty good. So, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have shimmer in it, which I kind of wish it did, but that's okay. Which actually, my one tiny complaint, my one very tiny nitpicky complaint about the body oil is that a bunch of the other scents that they had have like a shimmer in them, but this one has none. But that's a very, very small, hold on, I'm just gonna, that's a very small, very nitpicky, as I said, thing, because I could always just add my own, own shimmer into this. So I'm gonna okay, there we go. I personally don't really smell that much, but just gonna rub it in all over my chest and a little bit up my neck. I do have to say, I do like the feel. It is also very shiny, glistening. Love that. Hold on, let me just there we go. And last but not least, this time for real, final product before I get done with this. The body and hair and body mist. So I'm gonna spray a little bit over here, and then I'm gonna smell it. That does smell nice. One thing I do like about is that the scent in these is actually pretty consistent. Like, I find that sometimes, even if I buy the same product, the same scent but different products, sometimes the different products smell like the scent in each product is a little different from product to product. These all smell pretty much the same. So, okay, I'll go fix my hair, put on some accessories, and be right back to show you guys the final look. And here is the final look and a little fit check. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the end of doing my makeup. However, I am going to be doing a wear test. So it's currently 10:55, and I'm about to go out and do some stuff. Gonna eat some food, gonna go to the mall, do some shopping, and when I come back, I'll show you guys what the makeup has, how the makeup has held up throughout the day. So see you then. And I'm back. It's about 4:09 p.m. So I was out for 6 hours, and here's what it's looking like after. And so here are my thoughts on all these products. Honestly, most of these I think did pretty good. One thing I did notice even before I left is that the glitter caused my caused the eyeshadow to like clump up. I think it's because it has like some kind of waxy kind of, I don't think it's Vaseline, but like a gel, like a Vaseline kind of base, not exactly Vaseline, but something like that, and that caused the eyeshadow to kind of gather up. I'm gonna show a photo of what this looks like. I did touch it up before I left because I noticed it before I left, but it did that again still, even though I tried to fix it. But I think that's more of a problem of this product and, you know, the like formula the glitters in. So I think if I use this somewhere else, I think it will be fine. But I think other than that, like seeing the eyeshadow where the primer was and everything, it looks good. And so yeah, pretty good. My lip is gone, but that's because I was obviously eating. I did reapply it, but yeah, honestly no other problems with the products. I think this is a pretty good result. I did also notice a little creasing like right here and under my eye, but I think that's also partially because it was really hot today, so, and I mean you can see my hair is also a little more flat than it was before because of the heat. So overall, I think I don't really have a product that I didn't like. So I guess this means that this video was a success. These products are pretty good, and yeah, not much else. So thank you for watching this video. I have some new projects coming up very soon, which I was shopping for today, so maybe if you are interested in that, you could subscribe. This is also actually my first time asking for people to subscribe on my videos. I don't know, I just felt weird doing that before. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Bye.